What's up everybody, another beautiful day in the Dragon House, and today we're taking a look at heroic Smolderon in the new raid Amirdrassil, the Dream's Hope. Now I'll be going over all the new mechanics, how they work and how to deal with them. Now keep in mind this is PTR, so things can change or be reworked completely. Now Smolderon is a two-phase fight alternating between phase 1 and an intermission damage amp phase. Now in phase 1, Smolderon will brand approximately half the raid with overheated, deals ticking fire damage over 10 seconds in a 5-yard circle around them. On heroic, when it expires, this fires out waves of fire. Just like on Agira, one wave front, two backwards, left and right. Now these waves deal near lethal damage and knocks you back, so do dodge. Players targeted by overheat needs to spread and make a bit of space before it expires. You can also try hard it a bit by having most targeted players either stand in a line or a pattern with their back towards the outer edge. That way you'll only need to care about one of the projectiles, the front one. That being said, just dodging them is fine as well, because setting it up and learning how to properly execute that might take more wipes than just dodging. But if dodging is a big issue, then try that instead. Now the next major ability is the Brand of Domination. Standard meteor style soak, nothing brand new. It deals lethal damage split between players hit. Boss will always cast overheated first on half the raid, then Brand of Damnation. Now any player that didn't get overheated needs to soak this. Huge DPS loss if you don't. It's just massive. Trust me. Players hit by Brand also gain a huge healing absorb, and when it's out healed, they spawn a swirl on the ground. Swirl bad. Swirl's gonna get ya. Now depending on healing requirement, you'll either just spread and YOLO or have all of them stack, pop cooldowns and either run or gate away. Just make sure your healing isn't staggered. You don't want one or two to insta spawn, so everyone needs to move. Now on top of this, players hit by this takes 500% more damage from Brand, so you don't want to soak it twice in a row, unless you want to die. Now the active tank that gets branded needs to run far away from the group. They get Searing Aftermath, which deals raid-wide damage reduced by distance. So run! Now lastly, in phase 1, boss will slam the ground, spawning a ton of fire swirls which turns into smoldering ground. Fire bad. Now these swirls spawn near random players' locations, so try to move in close to boss before this goes off to get him more stacked. And also you want to tank the boss near an edge when this happens, because these fires never despawn, so having him stacked and not all over the place will help a lot later down the line. And everyone also takes ticking damage throughout phase 1 from blistering heat. At 100 energy, the intermission starts. During this, blistering heat damage is increased by 50% and ticks more often, turning this into a proper burn phase. Now the boss goes into the middle of the room and every branded player gets knocked and poops out 5 living flames, or balls. Now gobbling up your balls increases your damage and healing done by 20% and it stacks, but new balls does not extend the duration, so you can't pick up 4 and then 1 right before the intermission ends. Better to just gobble them all up instantly. Now if they reach boss, he instead gets 1% damage increase. On top of this, during intermission, rings of fire will erupt in different patterns. Fire bad. You can have a gateway going from boss out to the edge in case you get one where you need to go from center to outer. Windrush, roar, etc. are great as well. When the intermission ends, phase 1 just repeats, but boss deals 10% more damage. You'll have less space due to the fire you spawned in the previous phase 1, and after the 4th intermission, Smolderon casts Encroaching Destruction, and you die. So yeah, just alternate between those two phases with ever increasing damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Smolderon on heroic. Now if you have any questions at all about this encounter, hit me up in the comments or become a patron or Twitch sub and you'll get access to the Stankie Gaming Discord, where you can get help with anything rating related, and it's also the fastest way to get a hold of me. But you can also get shoutouts and videos and things like that. I also stream all testing and progression rating on Twitch, Stankie Gaming. Lastly, don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Tons of raid guides in the works. 10.2 hype! And yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.